tonight I'm going to be playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent. So, I think I've mentioned on some other streams and in other places, I have played a little bit of this game before. Not a lot, but I got through the earliest part. So, some of it at the very start will be familiar to me. But, fairly soon into it, I should be into the unfamiliar areas. Yes, it's a very atmospheric horror game, the kind where, hello Laurel, how is my audio? For me, the game audio seemed a little loud, and I couldn't figure out there's nothing in options to deal with audio, unfortunately. Game, which doesn't have audio, graphics, and input, and none of those want to. Well, you can hear me and the game. Okay, I think those are the two important things. At some point, you might hear a complainy cat because I think Ibsen was complaining just a few moments ago. Anyway, so this is a scary game, but it's not there's not a whole lot of. It's very atmospheric. It's not really as much jump scare. You spend a lot of time not really seeing the things that are scary. The character is kind of mentally unstable, and so if he spends much time in the darkness, he kind of goes a little crazier. But the way, let's see now, start new game. Normal is the way the game was designed to be played, and hard mode is enemies will spot you more easily, tinder boxes and oil are harder to come by, autosave is disabled, and saving your game costs tinder. No, I don't want to play that way. Alright. So, selecting normal mode, start a new game, yes. So yeah, oil and tinder boxes are used to light fires, like candles and lanterns and stuff like that. And so are very important to...
Don't forget,
your
something mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
Great. Yeah. So as you might guess from the name of the game, Amnesia, this guy doesn't remember anything at the start of the game. Though he just was like telling himself his name repeatedly, so he might remember that. And we'll learn it fairly soon, but he did this to himself. He gave himself amnesia. Entirely his fault that he has amnesia. What is this? Memento has been added to the journal. Make sure to check these whenever you get stuck. Thomas Grip Introduction. follow the liquid trail. Oh, mementos. Follow the liquid trail and find its source. Okay. Alright, so that's jump. Yeah, the last time I played it on PC, so then... do we have any notes? No notes. Why did I do that? No diaries, just this memento, which tells us to follow the liquid trail. Alright. Options. Really should have paid attention to the input. Interact is R2. Lean is R1. Throw is L1. Run is L2. Rotate, movement, look, crouch and jump. Lantern is square. So,
Hi, my name is Thomas Grip, and I'm one of the co-founders of Frictional Games. I worked with engine code, gameplay code, design, and many other things for Amnesia. In my commentaries, I will mainly focus on the design behind the different parts of the game. I hope you'll enjoy them.
okay, that wasn't, as far as I remember, that was not in the game the last time I played it, but know that I'm really interested in doing much more of that. Might do one or two more, but alright, so okay, so right now I have 0 things used to light candles. Apparently. I'm supposed to be following this. I think the pink liquid is the liquid that I'm supposed to be following. There's also red liquid all over the place, but I think that's what I'm supposed to be following. That's just either blood or wax. And yes, this is another one of those games where it's very dark all the time. So, at some point, if I get frustrated enough with how it appears, I'm also looking at it on my Chromebook. If I get to the point where I'm like, well, people viewing my stream can't see anything, and I'm fine with it being dark, but I would like the people watching to be able to see the gameplay. And so if it's just too dark, a lot of the time, I will eventually probably go and adjust the gamma. Not because I'm a big scaredy cat, but because watching a black screen your entire time is not going to be helpful. Alright, so this is another thing from one of the game devs.
The name of this level is Rainy Hall, and it's supposed to be a combination of atmosphere setter and tutorial for the player. We wanted the player to start the game in a slow way so they could settle in and get used to how the game works. Amnesia is not a game with constant action happening all the time, and we wanted to have a constrained map where the player gets used to this. The only thing you need to do is to follow the track and get to the end of the level. Also, following tracks is something that becomes very useful in later levels, so we try to teach players this from the start.
Okay, well, that's not adding anything to my enjoyment of the game. Yeah, I mean, like in here, it is so dark in here. I don't know if Laurel's probably not watching this because she doesn't like to watch scary games, but I wandered away briefly. Wait, what? Where did you go? All right. Okay, so, dude, what is wrong with you? You're in the light. I mean, there's a window right here with light shining in. I know this guy is scared of the dark, and there are reasons for that. It's not just he's foolish. There's actually scary things in the dark in this castle. But, really? It's not that dark. Like I said, there's a window right there. Scarlet, hello! Caring Bear, hello! How are you two doing? Scarlet, thank you for the follow. Are you ready to watch me play a scary game? Okay. A door got blown open and this guy's gasping. I am doing pretty well tonight, Care. I just got back like 20 minutes ago from, well, half an hour ago now, from a Minnesota Twins baseball game where we won. So that was good. Hold down R2 and move the right stick in order to move the door. Press L1 to throw the door open or shut, depending on the direction you face. Well, let's open that door. Hey, we got our first tinder box, I think. Yeah, picked up the tinder box. Yes, they did win. They won 2-0. It was actually tied 0-0 going into the 8th inning, and then in the bottom of the 8th, they scored 2 runs. So it was a nail biter. We need you to still be open. Yeah, sweet. What game is this? This is Amnesia: The Dark Descent. So I'm supposed to be following this pink liquid trail. The game said so. Oh, you have this. You haven't played it. Well, if you're worried about spoilers, I guess you might not want to keep watching. I have played part of this. I got a little ways into it the last time I played it. I didn't play it for stream. This is before I was streaming. And I played it on PC. So this is a little bit different. I already noticed one odd thing. They have, is that another tinderbox? Yes. Tinderboxes are used to light candles and other light sources in the environment. The current number of tinderboxes is shown in the inventory, which you can get to from here. So I have 2 of them. I can do something. Oh, I could throw this if I wanted to. I don't really need to be throwing bottles around yet. I'm going to come stare at this. You know, the interesting thing is, so this is a castle that I'm in, and there's a thunderstorm outside. Well, right now, we are having a thunderstorm moving in. There's lightning flashing out there, and I turned off the lights in this area of the house, so I'm sitting here in the dark mostly. So, very atmospheric. I keep using that word. That's the word I've been using to describe this. This is when I was playing. Oh, which one was it? The horror game I played just before this. Whatever. It was a psychological horror game. Oh, it was. Anyway, it was all about psychology. There is a psychological element to this, but it's also, there's... What the heck was that sound? It's also, this guy learned some stuff that he didn't want to know, and so he gave himself amnesia. But he still has a goal, which is, you know, a little hard to accomplish something when you don't remember anything. Whoa! Okay, well that's interesting. Did I just faint? I mean, I'm hearing some weird sounds, but I don't think there's actually anything scary in here. Anyway. So, there's something I want to do. Let me do it like that. Care, are you still there? Okay. Wow, this is a very narrow thing to try and deal with. Whatever. Oh, that's a nice painting. Oh, good, it's another tinderbox. Those will come in handy later when I'm wandering around in dark rooms and need to light some candles. Oh, I'm already having a problem. What is... Oh, that's the... That's just a pointer. Alright. Well, my brain doesn't look too bad. And, oh, geez, I mean, there's, like, light all over the place here. Well, oh! Alright. So, been in there. Not sure how I'm going to... Oh! Alright, nothing in there. Okay. So the pink liquid goes there. But I want to keep searching because there's stuff that I can... No. Alright. Well, this is a nice room. Great. Beware, when standing in darkness, your sanity will slowly drain. Turn on lights in the environment using tinderboxes or search for other sources of light. So the lights all went out. And so my sanity is slowly ebbing away. But, hey, there's a bunch of candles out here that are lit. So one thing I always wonder in games and movies and stuff like that, who lights all of these candles? Now, normally in a castle like this, you would have a whole bunch of servants who do stuff like light candles. This castle does not have a whole bunch of servants. I mean, this is a scary place where, I mean, if there were servants, they probably have been eaten or turned into horrifying monsters. They're not running around lighting candles anymore. Okay. The old archives. Traveling to Dover meant going through Canterbury. He made sure to pay a visit to avoid the sense of guilt connected with neglect of family. All right. So, Rainy Hall. That was the area that we were just in. And yes, in addition to candles, there's also a bunch of torches that are lit. So I listened to the first two of these dev notes things. I don't really think I'm that interested in what the dev has to say. Maybe if I replay it, I will come back and listen to the dev notes. But witnessing unsettling events will reduce your sanity. It can be increased by completing puzzles and making progress. That's a hint. Thanks for the hint. Okay. Oh, and also all of the torches just blew out. That's probably not good. Ah, but there's light in here. So that's helpful. Oh, 2 more tinderboxes. Look at the light. Be less insane. Oh, and now I don't know if my character is shivering or if there was an earthquake or something. My controller was just shaking. Huh. Layers of Fear. That was the last horror game I was playing. Layers of Fear, and then I played Layers of Fear Inheritance. Texas Leo watched me play some of Layers of Fear Inheritance. His main comment seemed to be that I kept talking. Dude, I don't think I could play this. Well, I don't know. I mean, the way I was just about to mention that, the way that I play horror games is I sort of take a meta view of it. I take a game design view of it. And I talk, well, when I'm streaming, I talk incessantly almost. And that was Texas Leo's comment that he didn't think that was a good way to... The constant talking makes it less scary. Well, yes, that's my plan, is to be less scared because I'm constantly chattering about this game. You're a super scary cat. Did you mean scaredy cat? Or are you actually very scary in person? But the first. Okay. So this game is... Yeah, I mean... It's all about avoiding the scary stuff. There are scary things in this game, though we haven't encountered anything that's really scary. I mean, some scary noises and a few doors blew open, but yeah, it's a lot more. You don't try to attack anything. You don't get weapons. It's not a Resident Evil game or even a Silent Hills game. So, wow, 2 developer notes here. No thank you. And my character is shivering again. Yeah, the character I'm playing is way more scared than I am. What is this? It's a book. I don't need these books. I mean, reading them isn't... That was one thing in Layers of Fear. There were all these books, they wouldn't let you interact with any of them. Well, maybe one the entire time I got to interact with. Am I going to play Death Standing? Do you mean... I think you mean Death Stranding. I don't know. I have this Amnesia the Dark Descent, and then there's, I think, a DLC for this is called Justine, and then there's Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs, which I tried to play once. Yeah, Death Stranding. I tried to play Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs once, which is the sequel to this one. And it creeped me out too much. I couldn't get, past. There are these pig creatures in this game. You've picked up the lantern. When filled with oil, it can be turned on by pressing square or selecting it in the inventory. I've been drinking, so my words are all bad. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. It was drunk Overwatch night tonight, wasn't it? All right, yeah. See, I think they just want you to use these books to throw around or something. They're not things that you can pick up and put into your inventory. And throwing a book at the creatures in here is not going to be helpful. All right, another tinderbox. Somewhere in here, there's, not in this room necessarily, but somewhere in this castle, there's oil for that lantern I picked up. Of course, there's plenty of candles and torches that I could use in tinder boxes to light. But there really should be, I mean, dude, quit freaking out. There's a window right there with light coming in. This guy is such a scaredy cat. And he doesn't even remember all of the terrible things that are in here. He's just scared. I mean, he gave himself amnesia so that he couldn't remember this stuff. Maybe he knew what a big coward he was. Figured the only way he could accomplish what he wanted to accomplish, which we don't know what it is so far, was to give himself amnesia. Alright, which way did this door open? I'm terrible at figuring out which way the doors in these games open. Alright. That's exciting, that's exciting. I'm being sarcastic. What the heck? Oh, this is an earthquake. See the lights swinging around. This place is not in very good shape. There's collapsed corridors all over the place. Caring Bear has also been drinking. By the way, Caring Bear, you are a VIP. If you will notice... Yeah, was it drunk Overwatch tonight, or were you playing something else? Alright, that... Drunk all the things. Alright. Drunk all the things. Well, they sometimes say that alcohol is liquid courage, so maybe... when are we going to play the games? What? I don't know. I still don't feel confident enough on I mean, I really should play more Overwatch solo before to build my confidence up. I think I would just embarrass myself. I would be so bad that you would it would be a face-palming experience, I think. Alright. Yeah, there's so many things you can interact with here, but not usefully, unfortunately. Thank you, Caring Bear, by the way, for the 100 bits. We have to play the games. You don't need to shout about it. We just really want to play with you. It's fine. Seriously, we just want to play with you for fun. I know. I don't know. I don't know what it is with me. So, Caring Bear, did you look at all? I think you said you were going to, but I don't know if you did. Did you look at all at the game Realm of the Mad God? At least I could jump in this game. I don't think I could jump in Layers of Fear. There were so many places in Layers of Fear where just being able to jump like 2 feet in the air would have cleared a barrier, and you couldn't jump at all. I played Outlast as well, and it's like, how are you not able to climb over these things? What is going on? At least in this game you can do a little jumping and crouching. Alright, what the heck? That was an interesting music sting. And there's 2 more of these dev note things in here. Oh, it's because there's this. Alright, what is that? Picked up oil. The lantern drains oil when it is turned on. To add more oil to the lantern, press X. Over the oil... press X over the oil item in the inventory. Alright. I believe the music was trying to get me to notice this piece of paper here.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there'll be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel.
Hello,
I can't tell you
Anns.
why,
How are you
but know
doing?
this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right.
Well,
God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
well, thank you, Daniel. Yes, this is a spooky game. I have been playing scary games on Friday night. I called it Fright Day Night once. But, yeah, so before this I played Layers of Fear and Layers of Fear Inheritance, and before that I played the Outlast games, Outlast and Outlast Whistleblower. Face cam would be fun. Well, I don't know if it would be that fun. I'm in a dark room. I turned off the lights so that I could get the feeling of a scary game a little bit more. So you really wouldn't see much because it's very dark in here. Though there is a lightning storm going on outside, so there would be occasional flashes. Anyway, yeah, and I don't have a cam for my PS4, which is what I'm playing this on. I have it. I think I have it on Steam on my PC, so I could play it there. But okay, so wow, it is really dark in this room. Yeah, these are dev notes. I don't really want to continue listening to the dev notes. It's so dark. I know it's dark to make it spooky, but it also makes it difficult to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing in here, other than reading that note. Was that it? Come in here, read the note. Follow the pink footsteps. Well, I followed them in. I followed the pink stuff into here. That was what I was doing before. I agree. A face cam would be great. Okay. out of this room other than the way I came in? It does not appear that there is. Alright, so when I came into here, there was a sort of shudder or rumble of the building, so I suppose that could have been something opening or closing or something like that. Wow, it is really dark in here. Yeah, there's a lot of these corridors that are blocked by giant boulders, which don't look like they actually came from the castle itself, but it's that throbby effect. If you're seeing that, that is the character being really scared. Because whenever he's in the dark, he just gets all scared. Okay, which sound? My voice, or the music, or the creaky sound? Because there's a lot going on sound-wise in here. Yeah, I don't really need to listen to you go on and on about what you were trying to do with this game, dude. The music and the creaky sound. Yeah. Alright. So yes, yeah, there's another area that's all blocked off by these giant boulders that I have no idea where they could have come from. So yes, looking at windows that have light coming through them is kind of... I'm doing that to calm my character. Thank you for the host, Caring Bear. And like the heartbeat. Yeah. Well, they did a very good job with the atmosphere on this game of the sound, and just the look of the environment is very good. All right. Backtracking here because it's been quite a while since I last played this game, so I'm not really remembering what it is that I'm supposed to be doing right here. Be nice. I do have 8 tinder boxes, but I would like to preserve them for when it's really important. Let's see if going back into the rainy hallway is possible. It won't budge. Guess not. So, been in here. There's no way out of here. You might have to go. Okay, well, thank you for stopping in, Anns. I certainly appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the stream that you saw. Watching this is too scary without my boyfriend. Okay, well. Alright. Yeah, just think, I'm all alone in this room that I'm in. My wife is in the same house, but I'm all alone in this room, and I've turned off the lights, so it's dark in here. So that's why I keep chattering away. It helps deal with the scariness. I wish I could figure out where I'm supposed to go, though. Come on, game, give me a hint. I might have to listen to developer notes or something. I don't want to. Yep, that lightning is going on outside. I don't mean in the game, I mean like outside my house. Yeah, didn't it just sound like something was walking around nearby? That isn't me. Sounds like something's walking on wood, though, so I'm not sure what that could be, since these are stone floors. You can hear my footsteps. Oh, come on. Yeah, when I was playing Layers of Fear, it was super dark as well, because darkness, scariness, they go together. But it just got frustrating at one point because I couldn't even see where the doors were sometimes. All right. Now I know. Close thing. No. There. Come up. Which one is it? There's a... Oh, please. Thank you. Way to close stuff rapidly. It told me that. Let's look at the options again. Input. Run, throw, interact, lean. I bet it's... No, it's not that then. Whatever. Alright. I'm just gonna wander around here not knowing where I'm supposed to go. Is there like a secret door somewhere, or what am I supposed to be doing? Please, game, let me know. I mean, I would think it would be somewhere from here, but this was the last room it let me into. Wow. I might resort to listening to developer notes. Here.
Hello
Okay.
everyone, my name is Mikael, and I'm the writer for Amnesia, The Dark Descent.
Well, that was very exciting.
I think we can all feel the story kick-starting as we finish the letter from Daniel. The game itself is just filled with confusion, and I think we're really doing the player a service keeping it simple in the beginning. Basically try to take your revenge on Alexander, that is the premise of the game. You don't really need to dive any deeper than that, but hoping that the player will care about the story, they have the entire game in front of them to decide if they think killing Alexander is justified or not.
From my previous play of the game, I can tell you, killing Alexander is 100% justified. Alright. Is anybody seeing anything that I'm missing? Is there something where I'm supposed to be pushing or pressing or... I believe at one point there is like a puzzle with the boxes. There's boxes all over the place in this place. But at one point you stack them in a specific way to get somewhere. But I don't think that's here. Wow. This is... Oh, wait. Is that? There it is. Hold down R2 and move the right stick in the direction you want to move the lever. I was not seeing the lever. That was the problem. Ah. Okay. Well, we're making progress. To the entrance hall we go. The other children cheered him on, his name voiced in a steadily rising pace, urging him to do it. Am I really doing this, the young boy thought, and struck his victim with a rock. Wow, that's pretty awful. Hint, to run, hold down L2 while moving. I always love it when a game tells you stuff like that, because it means it thinks that you're going to have to run at some point. And what you're probably going to be doing is running away from something. Yeah, those dev notes did not help at all, by the way. All right.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
Okay, Alexander. Dashboard page has decided that updating my stats window is not useful. I don't know about Twitch. The people who wrote this stuff. Okay, so there's over there, and there's down here, and there's up there, and oh, and there's over there as well. Plus, there are these developers' notes that I really don't care about. So I'm going to go up these stairs.
No! Get away from me!
You know, the thing with this guy is you can't really be sure if he's hearing actual, you know, people screaming, or if that's just in his head. Can I? Alright, so... yeah, it won't budge. Well, it's nailed shut. You know, I bet there's a way... commentary. I am going to turn that off and see... yeah. Alright, so that makes those go away. No, dude. Pick up the tinder box. There. Alright. Look at the window so you don't get scared. Alright, I think that sounds very much like a loon, actually, that weird warbling sound. I am enjoying getting to see you stream. I hope you will join us one day. Well, I believe I will. I believe at some point I will either get over myself and I will just play games with you, or I will actually get good enough that I don't have to get over myself. Alright, so there's a stair down there, which I don't really feel like going down at the moment. I'm going to go back out here. I'm glad you are enjoying seeing me stream, though. Yeah. That's the laboratory, or laboratory. This is the wine cellar. You don't have to worry about being good enough. It's about having fun. I know. That's why I said get over myself. It's all in my head, but it is in my head. It's there. That I would just embarrass the heck out of myself. And I am, you know, happy that you think enough of me that you want to play games with me. That thought makes me smile. It makes me happy. But I gotta get over myself is what has to happen. I have to go. It doesn't matter if I suck. It's terrible. Maybe I'll get really drunk beforehand and then be able to blame it on drunkenness? What the heck is that? Is that a slug or some sort of bug? I don't know what that was. It's not a mouse or a rat. Yeah, I think it's some sort of like insecty thing. Very noisy insecty thing. Now, they give you all these books. But you can't read any of them. Just keep hissing at me. I should have remembered. Yeah, there's another lantern, I think. Picked up oil. Yay! I should have remembered a lot of the things in this have to do with like pushing or pulling levers and such. You know, isn't that the same painting we saw before? Laying on the ground? That's one thing with these horror games. They tend to use the same sort of... Whoa! Well, that was weird. Ah. Yes, please make a goopy sound at me. It's like they don't want to pull in too many objects, so they use the same paintings or statues or whatever over and over again. But I can kind of understand that. They have limited space. Alright, this is the way we came in. So we don't really need to go back out this way, but I just want to see if I can. It won't budge, no. No, of course not. That's another thing that these horror games do. They block off retreats. Exactly what Scarlett says. It's all about playing game and having fun with the people you love. Well, I love you too, Carrie. go down this way. I believe that there's more goopy stuff that gets in the way down here, so let's try it at least. Oh, I just hit myself with the door. Ah, there's the goopy stuff. Oh, did I just make a note? What is it? Contains all notes that have been picked up. Notes. Daniel's note to self. No, that's not what I want. Diaries. No diaries are available. Mementos. Ah, here it is. Some sort of organic tissue blocks the path to the refinery. Can it be dissolved? Why, yes. Yes, it can be. See, this is, I feel, a much more natural kind of puzzle. Though having it suddenly appear on a door where it wasn't before is a little unnatural. But, you know, in the Silent Hill games and in the Resident Evil games, a lot of those puzzles are like, how would this... I mean, you have to find 3 different things hidden around a mansion to open the back door. What if somebody just wanted to leave? That's ridiculous. Hi, all. I'm not really watching the game or chat much because scary games are too much for you. In case this game isn't scary... Oh, wait. Scary info for Kevin. Baseball edition. Angel Hernandez is behind the plate for tomorrow's game. Well, that's no scarier than tonight when it was Hunter Wendelstedt. Yeah, Laurel, you probably don't even want to listen to this game because the atmosphere... Though that was interesting. The atmospheric sound in this game is really good. That sounds like a loon to me. Does that sound like a loon to you, Laurel? There should be a rule against having them behind the plate in back-to-back games. You know, I don't think of Angel Hernandez as being as bad as Hunter Wendelstedt, but still. Yes, I've been hearing loon-like things. Yes. All right, what was this? Oh, that's not... Why did I press the jump button? The door slammed shut behind him, and he knew he would never again see the old tailor at Berkeley Square. Another lone soul in London seemed appropriate somehow. I'm not sure how that's relevant to anything. Been at this about an hour. Why am I getting the I'm going nuts wavery looking thing? There's a light right here, dude. And yes, I'm hearing some odd sounds, but so yeah, this is set in Germany, in a castle in Germany. Are there loons in Germany? Librari, which is where the word library comes from, and it's translated here as rare books. Yeah, this castle is not in good repair. You can see, in addition to collapsed corridors all over the place, there's holes in the ceiling that are boarded up. All right. Nothing. Well, that was a whole lot of nothing. Oh, it's another note.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanar, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Well, how exciting. So, earlier in the game, he mentioned a shadow. I think he referred to it as a shadow which was following him. And the shadow comes from that burial tomb that he was just talking about. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. And more of those weird bug things running around. Okay. And the game never comes out and explicitly says what the heck is going on there. Yeah, that is an annoying moaning sound. But it seems like some sort of ancient, like, crash site from a UFO, maybe? Catalogs. Okay. And the shadow that was following him around was like some sort of security system. Okay, that looks like a very weird spider web right there. Anyway, I'm really kind of uncertain. It is not that dark in here. Look, there's light right here, dude. Quit being scared. I don't want to light the candles. And if you could just move the curtain, there would be more light in here. But, of course, the game does not want you to move the curtain. So, nope, you can't do that. Here, I can move the chair at least. Get into the drawers. Oh, yay, it's another tinderbox. No, grab it. Thank you. Yeah, that was one thing in Layers of Fear. You'd have a chair like that would just be laying there, and it wouldn't let you move it. And because you couldn't move it, you couldn't access like drawers that were right behind it. That was a very frustrating decision on the part of the game designers for Layers of Fear. I really, if it looks like a physical object that should be able to be moved, I want the game to let me move it. So at least it's allowing me to do that with the chair here, but it's not allowing me to do it with these curtains, which if I could open them up, my character would be less scared. Oh look, it's another glowy note. Wilhelm's contract. It's not going to read this one to me, I guess. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years, when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg, is to recommend my services at the Prussian royal court and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break this seal. Wilhelm, House of Garrick, or Garrick. I'm not sure. Alright, let's go back. That was so exciting. Some guy indentured himself to, well, somebody he really shouldn't have. Did a door just creak for no reason? Alright, so this is back where we just were. Good. Yeah, they must have put a lot of work into the sound for this game. This sort of moaning sound and creaking sound. It is a really good job of just being spooky and scary. Ooh, it's a window you can actually see out of. lot of these games, you'll look at the window and not see anything. Most of the windows before this that you looked out of, you couldn't see anything out of. But here, trees, and I imagine that's snow down there. Which, considering I thought we were in a thunderstorm, maybe it's not snow. Maybe it's just fog? I don't know. Anyway, a nice well-lit corridor with some nice paintings in it. Okay. Won't let me play the piano. Boarded up window. A broken painting on the floor. Alright, let's see here. That's boarded up window. Well, that was a terrifying sound. Oh my! I did not like that sound at all. Why am I moving in the direction of that sound? Let's not. Let's move in a different direction for at least a little while. I'm kind of afraid that at some point I might have to move in the direction of that sound, though. Alright, so it's a long, dark corridor here. Libri Veteris, which is translated as Old Tones. That's a really terrible sound, isn't it? Scratching, or I don't know what it is, but whoa! Let's light a light. Alright, so there was a piano out there, and suddenly we're hearing a piano play. That's not terrifying at all. Okay, what's in here? Picked up a tinderbox, picked up oil. Yay! I know at some point I will definitely... Oh, there's another tinderbox. In the stove for some reason. At some point we will be needing that oil for our lantern. Because we will get to very dark places. And if we don't use the lantern, our character will be all scared. Table. Yeah, I'm really not liking that sound, but we'll soldier through. Alright, you can't pick up that candle. That's unfortunate. What's this? Nothing to take. It's just an oil pot. I mean, a ink pot, sorry. Stop making rustling sounds. And that scratching sound could stop any time now. Studium, translated as study. What the heck? What was that sound? Alright. Just felt like I was really low there for a moment. So yes, at some point we're supposed to be able to figure out how to get rid of that red goopy stuff so that we can continue on, but I'm going to do a lot of exploring first.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Yes, you were, dude. In case anybody is wondering, Daniel is not a good person. He is not a good person in many ways. But I'd say he's better than the person that he wants us to kill. Oh, yay, shirts. Well, I don't need any shirts right now. I don't need to turn a light on. Alright. So yeah, that place that he was going into in Algeria, you'll notice he's using terms like unearthly. Yeah, there's one of those windows you can't look out of. There's a reason that, at least I believe there's a reason that it's referred to as unearthly, those statues, because, like I said, I think it was a catalogs again, so we've been in here already. Okay. And now I am lost. But I believe this is that big hallway. So. Oh. Is it? It's a large hallway. And there is the piano, yes. Alright, I'm going to go into this room down here. It's probably a mistake. And for Daniel, might be the last one he ever makes. Though we'll get back to the last save. If he does manage to kill himself somehow. See, I would really like to be able to interact with these curtains so that I can open them and make it brighter in here. But the game will not let me. Picked up oil. How am I doing for oil? Let's see. Fuel for lantern. Alright, and I have 4 of those. What's that? Lantern off. The lantern will light up dark places. I have 12 tinderboxes. Okay. Oh, there's another piano here. Maybe this was the piano that was being played moments ago. See, it'll let me interact with that and this. No, it won't let me play the piano. when I want to interact with a curtain to open it, to make it brighter in the room. Nope. That's not something Daniel could ever do. It's right there, dude. Come on. There are a lot of these things running around. I'm not sure what they are. Back. Relocated to basement. Okay. Welcome back, Laurel. Alright, I rolled up a piece of paper, maybe some drawings and writing on it. There's a book, some candles, and that scratchy sound, which is very annoying. 3 rolled up pieces of paper. Look like maybe floor plans on one of them. And another rolled up piece of paper. How very, very exciting. I wish the scratchy sound would stop. Hey, look, I'm looking at like, dude, Daniel. Stop freaking out. Yeah, really, I mean, I look at these and I go, this is not something that would have fallen from the ceiling. Where are these giant boulders coming from? I know that it's in game terms, it's wants to sort of indicate more complexity to the structure than it wants to allow you to explore, and so it has to show corridors that you can't go down. But I mean, I mean, did he fill up his corridors with boulders, or it doesn't make any sense. All right, this door is open, so let's go in here. Oh, there's probably a sign outside of it that tells you what it is. Delineate imaginis tabulatus. Floor plans. Well, that would explain why there was a chest of drawers over there that had floor plans in it. But why? I mean, it's a castle. But how many floor plans do you need? Though I suppose we learn a little bit more about this dude, not Daniel, the other dude, the dude we're trying to kill.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Dude, you don't have any servants anymore. They're all dead. Well, maybe at that point they weren't, but anyway, so yes. East Wing. Western Hall. Yeah, all the servants were killed or turned into monsters or killed by monsters, or I mean, oh, somebody's playing one of the pianos again. Hey, another tinderbox, another tinderbox, and more oil. Yay. Right. Well, at least the scratching has stopped. Weird scratching sound. I bet if I go back out here, it'll start up. Excuse me. It'll start up again. No, not out here though. Maps. Whoa! Something just collapsed. Yeah, and see, it's all these boulders again. What the heck? Where would these boulders have come from? That's just ridiculous. Alright, so we got... Let's see. Is that another memento? Must find a new way out of this area. Some sort of organic tissue... Oh, we already read that one. That was an old one. But must find a new way out of this area is our new kind of goal, I guess. Because enormous boulders suddenly appeared in this corridor. Which I don't think there's any way they would have come from the ceiling. But, so, yeah, I'm hearing that annoying scratching sound again. Is someone piling boulders on top of the castle somehow, or... Well, anyway. Haha, another note. Wow, apparently this is a very scary note.
17th May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light.
Okay, so this is his memory. We see the light there. It doesn't really want me to turn away from the light. If I turn away from the light, it turns me back to the light. So this is me moving to the right. I let go, and it turns me back to the light. This is me moving to the left. I let go, and it turns me back to the light. So we're going to move towards this light.
It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light.
Yeah. Turn around. Nope. You try that, it will turn right back to the light. Hi there, mystic light. What is that rustling sound supposed to be? Alright, I back away. Move forward. Eventually I'm going to get up to this light and something will happen, right? Oh, okay. So, grab at the lit up thing.
I reached out, closing it in my hands.
And my
The
controller
faint glow
vibrates.
escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
Okay, I got irritated with my live dashboard not updating, so I refreshed the page. Which has made my chat go away on that page, but I've got it elsewhere. Wow, my stream health has been bouncing up and down. That's unfortunate. It looks like I completely lost. My bitrate went down, way down a couple of times here. So I apologize if the stream has been dipping out. Alright, so that was his memory of being trapped in a cave in Algeria and finding an alien object that had been there for, well, as he said, the corridor that led to it looked much older than the 4th century corridor he was expecting. Central Prussia. Okay. Yes, Borussia Meridionalis. Kingdom of Prussia. Borussia. So I said Germany. I guess Prussia would be more exact because this is the 19th century and Germany really wasn't a thing. So his interacting with that glowy thing is what started all of his troubles. Ever since that, he's been followed by this shadow, which, like I said earlier, I think is the security system for the alien stuff. Didn't I open this before? I thought I opened that before. Alright, so I need to find a way out of here. There isn't much here, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. And why I mean, if you let me look out of some windows, why can't you let me look out of all the windows? I know it makes it a little harder on the developers. They have to do more work that way, but still. Alright, you were letting me... There was a hand indicating I could interact with something here. What was it that... come on. Alright. So it's a drawer that's facing down to the ground. That I can open and close, except I can't get to the drawer because it's on its face, and it's not letting me move this. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, look, there's a fragile but not breakable by hand. All right. So there's a hole in the wall here. Some bricks there. But I can't. Amnesia? Have you hit the pig part? Yeah, so this is Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Then there's a DLC for this, which is called Justine. And then what would be Amnesia 2. It's not called Amnesia 2, but it's Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs. And so that's 2 games on, well, or a game and a half on if you just consider Justine because it's DLC, a half a game. So I have not even, yeah, there are no pigs in Amnesia: The Dark Descent. And in fact, I was saying earlier, oh wow, yeah, so there's a lot of Amnesia to be played. I was saying earlier that I tried playing Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs, and the pigs that run around on 2 legs freaked me out enough that I just stopped playing. This game I had played I played past this, as a matter of fact. There's a water area later. I played that far, and then I just kind of stopped. It wasn't that I got freaked out or anything. I just sort of stopped playing. But I tried playing Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs, and it was too much for me. And once I'm done with this, and once I'm done with the DLC, the Justine game, I am going to try to play on stream Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs. And you can all laugh at me as I get freaked out by those pigs. I totally would have freaked out. Yeah, I mean those things. Just watching them in the trailer was enough that I got. I don't know how to describe the feeling I had, but it was just yeah. That that sound is pretty much the description of the feeling I had when I was playing that game. Or when I was watching the trailer with the pigs. All right. Thank you for the hint because I couldn't remember. All right. Press L1. Oh, nope. That's an L2. There we go. Thank you, game. It had given me that hint before, but I'd forgotten what it was. I'd forgotten the how to throw things hint. There. All right. So now, excuse me a second. Yeah, but yeah, scary games are scary, but I mean that's just super creepy with those. It's like a pig that has been modified to be more human, so it runs around on two legs, and for some reason that was just too creepy for me.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear
Sorry, I
that?
bumped the mic
If
again.
it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Yes, but we just want to go down a corridor, or go through a door or something. All right, so we got a memento, I believe. There is some sort of secret door mechanism in the local history room. Yes, that's what we were just being told. But it involves like a two-part thing, and a draft and a faint light are coming from behind the shelf. There must be a way in. Yeah, this is one of those puzzles that's a little bit more like the... Oh, excuse me. The Resident Evil, Silent Hill sort of puzzle. You got a secret door that this guy keeps in his castle to prevent... I don't know who he expects in here, but from getting to his special areas. Like, I believe there's like a prison underneath here somewhere. All right, glowy note. Time to pick it up. Oh, come on. Pick up the glowy note. Why are you not picking up the glowy note? It's glowing. Dude, what is up with you? It's a glowy note. You love glowy notes. We all know that. Well, let's... maybe if we have more light in here? Oh, it's under glass. I see. Can we pick it up if we are crouching and get close? No. I think we might have to break the glass. Is there something we can pick up to break the glass with? All right, we're not throwing this for some reason. Oh, it's L1. There we go. Okay, you're not going to read this one to me. All right. Local folklore. Altstadt and Brennenburg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore is Altstadt. Deep within the East Prussian woods, for centuries there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brennenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountains dressed with scattered lakes is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. Wow, I don't remember when the 30 Years' War was. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey, which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A Visit Undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Altstadt at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Altstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? Well, apparently he wasn't Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. The Immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby Altstadt, and like most of those of noble birth, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Did you say something, Kevin? I kid. Yes, I've said many things. I'm like reading this local folklore. Where was I? This is all stuff you're saying spontaneously. No, it's on the screen here, but for people like you who are too scared to actually watch the game, but might be listening, I'm reading it out loud. Let's see. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby Altstadt, and like most of those of noble birth, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. I know you're reading. I'm kidding. Yes, I knew that you were kidding. But I'm explaining why I'm reading out loud, when people who are watching could just read it themselves. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of this country. So yes, Alexander of Brennenburg is over 300 years old. He's not human. And weird things keep happening in the area. Like people being turned into horrible monsters. Okay, I know that this book is not anything that I care about, but let's see if we can maybe pick it up and have something happen. Nope. It's just a book. It has 3 sheets of paper I could pick up and read, but not that book. Alright, so there's a mechanism in here somewhere. And I believe that it involves well, like pulling that book out. And I bet there's another book that I'm also supposed to be able to pull out. That will then make this open up. Is it this one? And do I do something over here maybe? No. Well, I can see the area back there. And if I was a normal human being, I could probably do something with this bookcase to get it out of my way. But no, I am a dude in a horror game, so... wait. Is there another book that I have to do something with? Wow, so there's like 3 of these books. Alright. Let's see if doing all 3 of them will do something. You already pulled out? Alright. That's 1. Nope, come on. That's 2. Haha! Alright, well, I made it into this room, I guess. Picked up wine cellar key. So now if I can figure out how to get to the wine cellar, that would be useful. Oh, and I'm going to make a door hit me. So that was silly. Nothing in here. Anything else? No, I do not want to turn that on. Nothing in there. Oh, it's another note. Okay, regarding closing of the wine cellar, Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. Yeah, that's how he talks about people. That's Alexander talking about people, the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. Oh, his monsters that he's created out of people. Yay. Well, good for you, Sheriff. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm, or Wilhelm probably is how it's pronounced, and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they can rot for all I care. Maybe I will feed them some wine. It should, in a sense, solve both of my problems. Yeah. Alexander is really a horrible, horrible, well, person. But I mean, he's not human, so I guess it depends on your definition of person. No, that's not the one I wanted to know. This one. Thank you. Okay, so there's nothing in that drawer. He considers human beings to be basically cattle. Something to... Hey, throw a book. Alright, now that I'm remembering... No, I don't really need to light that. Light a stove. Wait a minute, does that chimney only go about halfway up that wall? That's ridiculous. It's gonna fill the whole room with smoke if you light that up. Alright, so we made it into here, which got us the key to the wine cellar, which was back there a ways. But... oh! And it also opened this door. Alright. Well, that's something. Or was that door already open? It couldn't have been open. I would have seen it. And nothing in that chest of drawers. That's a lantern, or lamp, I mean. Historia Loki. Osai. We got that horrible scratching sound again. Studium. Study. Excuse me a moment. Ah, nasty cough. Alright. So we got a key to the wine cellar, so we should probably start looking for that at some point. Old tomes. It won't budge. The door to the study won't budge. We've been in here before. In fact, we lit that candle. You know I played through this part before. I don't really remember it. I don't remember how many years it's been. There's that really horrible sound again. Certainly understand why that's scaring the snot out of him. Hey, let's look out of the window at some pretty trees. Hey, trees! Trees! They're not scary trees. They're just trees. Whoa! 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 Dude! What the heck was that? Where did it go? Oh my goodness. That was a very scary thing. I don't know what it was. And I don't know where it went. I mean, I thought I was trapped and was gonna die. Ah. Hey, look. There's a hole in the ceiling. It's letting in light, fortunately. Alright. I thought I was dead. I really did. I thought Daniel was done for. That whatever that thing was gonna get him. One of those gatherer things. Hey, more pretty trees. Alright, so this way should be... Oh my goodness, more of that really annoying sound. I imagine that that's this. Okay, so here's the other side of the study. And we get more piano playing. So, in addition to being horrible monsters, they play the piano. Did I already look in here? Yes, I think I did. But these desks all look very similar, so... I have to look at them again. Oh, I must not have, because I did not get that tinderbox before. Alright. Now, I did look in that, though, because that's the same drawer that had the two shirts in it. How did I not look in that desk drawer, then? Wow, that was very careless of me. Is this the one that won't budge? Yes, it won't budge. And on the other side of that door. Ah, window you can't see out of. So what we're looking for right now, way back to that sort of central area, so that we can then move on to the refinery eventually, though the refinery passage is blocked by that red goopy stuff. I looked in here, didn't I? I must have. Yeah, there's one of those bugs. Alright. Yes. Alright, entrance hall. That's where I was going backwards. The sand gave way to his tired body as he fell from the camel's back. He felt the gentle grave. He was looking down at chat for a moment in case something had updated. And... whoa! What the heck was that? Oh, it's that red stuff. It's all over the place. There's more red goopy stuff. Oh! Tinderbox. Okay, well, I have been playing this for, what, an hour and 50 minutes. I am ready to be done with this. Thank you very much for everybody who showed up to the stream. If you have enjoyed this stream and you are not, if you watch this stream on Twitch and you have enjoyed it and you're not already following me, please give me a follow on Twitch. If you are watching this stream later after I've uploaded it to YouTube and you've enjoyed it, click that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. If you didn't like it on YouTube, click the dislike button, but either way, please leave a comment letting me know what you did or did not like. My next stream will be Saturday night at, I believe, 11 o'clock. I think I'm going to another Twins game tomorrow night, but I think that one it's starting earlier, so it should end earlier, so I should be able to stream a little earlier. Anyway, I will be streaming Doom, the 2016 version, not the one from the 90s. Thank you very much, and I hope you all have a good